With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now they try the right side here. They cuts right sideline in some space. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run the option right here on first down. And now running right through it. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And Myers able to knock it through. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal.
Over! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll set up to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now this time he'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds Beckham, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Detroit getting set to go now. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Check, Patriot!
They'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Leopard! Gone! Detroit!
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope ball? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw here. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gone!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Detroit!
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man, and he is out of bounds here. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here come the Lions now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Switch. Hey. You got four down.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. It's Carson. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. They'll set up a throw. And they'll find Shaheen, the tight end. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Gun!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Over!
He'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Whoosh. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Leopard!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to run past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And they'll run it here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. The Seahawks on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 15. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Look at the spin. Balance. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And out now come the Seahawks. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The Seahawks were the most penalized team in the NFL last year, more than 9 a game, and now they've got 1st and 15. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Chavez. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Now the try here for the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fighting through pressure. Now he'll let it go. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And here now is spin. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun. 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 No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Check.
time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Detroit! Detroit!
And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Look at the spin. Spins past another.
Oh, my man.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about